Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Brandon Bird. Really just wanted to jump on here. Um, really just jump on here. We're getting a lot of pushbacks. Um, just from all angles, You got toxic masculinity from Obama, Terry Crews, um, the disrespect with Michael Tyson from his jab to Michael Jackson, RP, and his jab also to Malcolm X, RIP. Especially talk about Malcolm X is about was a early antagonist of toxic masculinity, just like what Terry Crews was trying to implement, and also he was taking a snipe at Michael Jackson, talk about Beyonce snatched uh, Michael Jackson crown being like the royalty of pop and all that. Um, Even though he was the reason what made the term pop even possible to be created. So there's a lot of respect going on from a lot of these old black men that's now called broken black men. So definitely definitely wanted to say a little bit what's going on. But I really want to jump into the greatest pushback. It's still being the greatest pushback for some reason. Is a lot of these black immigrants from the Caribbean, African diaspora, whatever, is really having a pushback. Not just really respecting what we're trying to get accomplished, and it's not devices, and not is this group self-interest? Yeah, it is. I mean, it pertains to our lineage basically in the United States, not really nowhere else. We're not um, looking at other areas. We're looking just strictly the United States, where the economy was based of a slave economy. There was a few YouTubers I followed for a few years, and I really thought maybe a couple of these YouTubers will probably maybe understand what the ADOS movement is, and will be an ally into it. But now I'm seeing the true face, the true um, things, true imagery is now revealing, and it's sad. Um, I think I made a couple. I made a couple comments on his videos. I think he did another video. So normally he don't do a lot of videos, but he's starting to do a whole lot more videos. He tried to put his insight, and I understand him. I mean, look, I have a complete, but his lineage is not American descendants of slaves. It's not an American slave lineage. He's of Jamaica. I think a little bit of Puerto Rican. So his lineage is more Caribbean based. Um, Not all black people do come from enslaved populations. So I mean, everybody is a DOS in some term, but the name is specific of what the colony or the country that they were in that had an established slave system in place. And in DOS, ADOS, our plague and justice claim is strictly the United States and getting a certain type of reparation benefits that's really will affect a native um, black people in other America. Now there's a lot of pushback right now. I know they got this term called Descendants of uh, uh, enslaved African. If I'm mistaken, it's DOEA. And I mean, I understand what you guys are trying to do, but it's not you guys. I mean, the claim you guys are trying to do is not relevant. It's almost like a co-op, but it's almost like treason. It's treason. I mean, I have to call it. I'm gonna call it for what it is. You're not really being on code. I mean, you're not really helping us out. I mean, normally, the group that actually will normally help the diaspora as a whole always been blacks from the United States. Yes, we had allies, but it's always been the engine of activism come from the American blacks of the United States. And I'm not really trying to get mad. I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but just be on the code. I'm calling for a whole entire code of the diaspora. Let us fix ourselves so we have the resource, we have the financial gains and power that we can help the rest of the diaspora. Um, I think everybody's really looking at it because when you think about it, a lot of them left their homeland. A lot of them left their country that they were in. Because they knew their country economy is not that great. So they moved to the next best thing, United States. Some of them went to Canada. Some maybe went to Jamaica, went to Europe. Um, and like I said, I'm like, if you have a reparation case to all these different former uh, slaves holding countries and stuff, then yes, your reparation, I support your reparation and your justice claim. But if you are coming and running interference with the ADOS, I have to look at you in a very new option light. And I think my man that he came out with, I have to put him in that same light. And I'm looking at it, black people, and definitely in America, especially black men, we've been getting all types of attack from all different angles, and a lot of things been going on. You have Elizabeth Warren. I really, like I said, I don't rock with liars. I never rock with liars. I kind of knew that, from her getting outed as not being from Native American bloodlines, that she was going to always try to find a niche to get back um, into their good graces. And what she's about to do is she's going to use black people plight to put with the Native Americans to be in good graces. So basically, she's using us to get back in good graces. I seen it. I already seen it. Plus, like I said, I don't trust liars. If you lie to me, I'm not really messing with you. This is what it is. And that's pretty much it. You got a lot of people who want to piggyback off of our backs. So, ADOS, and especially, you want to be very, very, very um, core self self group interest do for self, like a group do for self. Or you go out to just be greedy and specifically for your sole agenda. So yeah, a lot of groups will be probably excluded, but we're not anti-black. We're not anti-black immigrants. Are we now? Most black is anti-immigration because that's a form of replacing um, the original labor population that was us. So, like I said, just I really want the diaspora to really just step back and just, if you like really really want to support us and everything, just step back and let us do this. Most movements, it takes decades to really get in motion. It takes generations. But like I said, you see, we already making noise already. We've been, like I said, but the ADU has been moving, but been in the work for almost a year or two. So this has been a couple years in the making. It's a grassroots and it's organic. It's not Russian body and none of that. It's an organic group, but they will try to silence us by any means necessary. And unfortunately, you have those that looks like us that's really not like us. They're almost, to me, cover what my man Tone Talk said. That's chocolate covered white people. And if you're going to be a chocolate covered white person, you need to stay your ass over there. But yeah, I really don't. Like I said, I'm kind of shocked. I'm a little, disappointed in them. I actually looked up. I kind of haven't looked up, but I respect his work. But if I'm seeing he's gonna constantly do what I'm thinking he's gonna start doing, I'm gonna call him out. I'm not gonna say his name because uh, it shouldn't be an issue to say his name and like that. But hopefully he will stop him. But also too, he needs to reach out to the person who came out to create correction and also listen to our point of view, what we're trying to accomplish. But yeah, right now, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll hit you guys with a new video. All right, one.